Hey, episode number 6. We just gonna keep pumping them out. Um, this week was a rough week for me. Um, my past weekend was great. Amazing shows. Shout out to Upstage Comedy Lounge. Shout out to what's her name? Lotto. She was an amazing person to work with. Um, all success, especially the Filthy Show, all of it together. Last week was a blessing. So thank you everybody that came out to the shows. Really appreciate you. You know, did 20 minutes on Friday, did 20 minutes on Saturday, and then shout out to Austin and did 10 on Sunday. So it was a lot of work that was getting done last weekend. Then the week came. We're gonna get into some of the stuff that I have to say about comedy in general, but we'll do that later. I want to talk about some of the current events that I saw going on, like Country Wayne and Faison Love. This is getting spicy. I kind of like it, you know. Watching Faison, I googled or YouTubed or both. Faison Love comedy. And one of the videos was back when did the Apollo? Back when Sinbad was the motherfucking host. I mean, excuse me. He didn't have a lot of material online. and then I saw like Country Wayne being like, "Yo, if you're still doing comedy clubs at this, stage in your career, I feel bad for you." And I got what he was saying. I understand what he's saying. And then Godfrey had the audacity, Godfrey, because it hurt. It stung a little bit when he was talking about people still doing comedy clubs after such a long time. That shit stung a little bit. And to be honest with you, I'm looking at it like, oh boy got a point. I'm at this, like, since I have my foot, and not even a foot, I'll say a pinky toe. Because I got a pinky toe in the industry, right? And I'm able to watch what's going on. I realize there's a lot of bait and switch in this bitch. There's a lot of broke OG comics. It's something that's making some money, and I'm sure. But a lot of, that's why they're so holding on to this shit. That's why they're so protective of this shit, because it's almost over. They don't want to give no why am I going to give a young funny nigga a chance so he can take my job? It all makes sense now. It all makes sense now. See, if y'all not studying this shit and watching this shit and being involved in this shit, do you know OGs are coming into your town at your local club, not able to sell any tickets, and then they give away comps and free dollar tickets to these niggas? So then they sell 150 tickets, but it's 150 times $1. When you could give a young comic that's brand new, that's not even me. I'm not even talking about me. I'm talking about a younger comic that can do an hour, and you can help promote and even give that $1 deal to a younger comic. These OGs have been around the country over and over and over and over again. And if they didn't sell last time, you think they're going to sell this time? And don't get me wrong, anybody, like what they said, the sun shines on the dog ass twice a day or some shit. Like, I don't know what the white people saying, but what I'm saying is the younger generation of comics are coming up, and you giving these old ass niggas this money. That shit wild to me. Young blood, more longevity, old head, that gonna do a good show. I'm not gonna deny they're not gonna give you a good show, but they should give you a good show. They've been doing it for 30 years. So Country saying, yo, y'all old niggas that's still doing fucking comedy clubs, I feel bad for you, and that's real. Godfrey been doing it 20 plus years, still in the clubs, and hey, that's what it is. And it'd be different if you was selling out clubs, but I remember you saying you had a hard time selling out clubs, sir. And this is another thing, man, what I realize in comedy, right? You can't voice your opinion on anything. If you voice your opinion on anything, you can get blackballed, you can get treated differently, you can lose out on opportunities. All of these things can happen simply because you have a voice. But this is a profession where it deals with having a voice. For you to come in and want to be a comedian, they say shut up and pay your dues. But then go on stage and talk about everything. Shut up outside of the stage. When you get off this stage, don't talk about nothing. I don't want to hear about how unfair it is. I don't want to hear about women can't get opportunity. I don't want to hear none of that shit. All I want you to do is shut the fuck up and fucking line up. And I'm like, okay, I guess that's what I gotta do to get to where I wanna be in this business. I gotta shut up. Because me doing comedy special reviews got niggas in the panties in a bunch. I can't even have my own opinion on what I see. They like, yo, shut the fuck up. Don't be saying that shit out loud. How dare you say what you think? In a business where they pay you to say what you think. And I get it. Thank you for those that reached out to me and was like, hey, man, I don't know, if you want to work, I appreciate that. I take that, I take that shit to heart. But I also am confused because I'm like, I can't have an opinion in the place where my jokes are based off, or my views, or my sets are based off of my opinion. So I can only have my opinion when I'm on stage. When I get off stage, shut the fuck up. So I'm going to try it, right? Because there's a lot of fucking wild shit going on out here. Like, here's an example. Tonight, there's a group of young ladies that are out here. And they get this thing called pretty privilege, or not even pretty, because these bitches ain't even that pretty. So it's like they give them sympathy, right? They're like, oh, let them cut lines and let them get in front. Like, some of these bitches come in late at the end of the line of an open mic and walk up to the front. And guys don't say nothing. And they always complain they don't have opportunities, but they walk their way in and do whatever the fuck they want. Like, even with some of the mics, they're like, let's keep going till we pull a female. But bitches is always complaining that they don't never get no fucking good treatment. Y'all bitches is wild. Many of mics where a fucking female will show up late and walk straight to the front of the fucking line and nobody will say a fucking thing. And I get it, man. Like, dealing with these females, some, not all, because I was working with a female this weekend that was amazing, had no issues. But you got some females that are so in their feelings, like, oh, well, you made fun of my friend, so I don't want to talk to you no more. Well, bitch, I don't want to talk to you then. I don't give a... Yo, this is not high school. And I know they'd be like, be careful because you never know who you're going to need. I don't give a... I'm not being mean. I'm just like, if you want to go over there, but don't switch up. Don't go over there and try to come back over here. That doesn't work with me. It doesn't work with me. Like here's an example. The picture I posted with the dude with the swastikas. When I saw that shit, I was like, that should not be happening. I even said his mama would be ashamed. So yeah, I posted it. And initially when I posted it, Candace messaged me and said, can you please take it down because without context, it looks bad. And I felt the pressure because I wanted to fucking perform at the Creek in the Cave. And I was like, if I don't conform, then who's to say that they'll let me perform at that club? So I took it down. Against my own judgment, I put it down. Other people had posted it on a story. Other people posted on their page. I don't know what they had to deal with. I don't know if she contacted. I don't know what the fuck. I just know what happened to me. So I took it down. And then I said, why do I feel the need to feel this way? To feel like if I don't do something, this is gonna be the repercussion. Because it shouldn't be this way. You can say, you can show, you can announce, you can do whatever the fuck you want, and you should not be able to be made to feel a certain way based on gatekeepers or what have you. It's just not a good feeling, and I don't like it. I don't appreciate it. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna post it again. And I posted it again simply for that fact, because like I'm like, if I conform at this level when I move to that next level, you gotta tell Diddy no. I'm not no. You gotta stand on something, man. And I know it wasn't a good light, and I see that. But again, sometimes people do dumb shit for laughs that ain't funny. One of the girls came up to me and was like, why would you repost that? You know, he's already getting, you know, blah, blah, blah. He made a mistake. Then you gotta learn from that mistake. You don't get a free pass just because you knew the nigga. Oh, I know him and he's not like that. I don't know him, but I know that was not appropriate, and I don't give a fuck what nobody said. But I wasn't the only one that took pictures. I wasn't the only one that posted it, but I was asked to take it down. And I don't give a fuck who feels it. However you feel about it. I didn't like it, and I posted it. Whoopie-doo, Basil. What else do we got, man? We got so much to talk about. Like, you see Corey Holcomb, man, that shit's wild. Like, he went from being on the attack to being like, he don't want to talk no more. Corey don't want to talk no more. He like, these bitches is out to get me. And I've been there, sir. I got bitches out to get me right now. And I ain't even fucking with them bitches no more. So I understand, bro. I feel your pain. I guess the moral of the story is leave these bald-headed bitches alone, because they ain't got shit else to do but try to take a nigga down. Be careful. Be careful out here. These bitches is wild, bro. And I always be trying to give them a benefit of the doubt. Like, she not a crazy one. That bitch crazy too. And if you think your bitch ain't crazy, nigga, you crazy, because that bitch crazy too. It's wild out here, bro. You gotta fucking pick them, bro. You gotta learn. You gotta do a background check, a blood transfusion. You gotta figure out everything with these hoes. Because a bitch will switch it up in a minute. She'll be your friend 1 minute. She'll hate your guts the next. She'll be getting you fired after that. I don't know why it happens, but it does. These bitches is evil. You gotta find you a non-evil one. And it's few and far between. All right, let's get into it, man. Like, I love stand-up. I love stand-up. Stand-up is amazing, right? To get on stage and say things that you feel in your point of view and get people to chuckle and laugh at those thoughts is amazing. Those are the things I love about comedy. I love that you can get on stage, you can make someone's day. You can make them forget about anything and everything that's going on. A death in their family. They got cancer. They just heard they got AIDS. When they go to not AIDS, but if you go to a comedy show and you get a chance to freaking forget about whatever's going wrong for that hour and 90 minutes and that's amazing. But what I don't like about comedy is the fucking politics. And I thought it was just in the areas where I went. I was like, why is there always some bullshit going on? It is because this is a solo sport. But there's a lot of people that gang together to make it easier for them. And that's okay, bro. If that's what you got to do, more power to you, kudos. But this blocks off great talent. There's a lot of great talent here in Austin, and not a lot of opportunities for quality shows, right? Not a lot of opportunities for quality shows. There's a lot of opportunities to get up on mics. Tons of it. But quality shows, limited. Also, the threshold of black comics are very, very slim here. I'm thinking about not using the N word no more, simply so I could be like, I don't have to be the token guy up there saying nigga. I don't know, man. I don't know what my future holds in this comedy business, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try some of the advice, right? Like I talked about a special that just dropped this week, and I didn't like it. And people were like, "What are you talking about? He's great." And I'm like, "I just don't see it." But they're like, "If you want to work, man, you might want to hold off." And again, that's that part of you, like, from the outside, that's that part of you to be like, maybe they're right. Maybe if I want to get further in my career, I should just shut the fuck up and just sit there and wait my time. Sit there and hope that I stay alive long enough to be able to get my shot. Sit back and play ball and allow people that would never talk to you a certain way talk to you the way they want to because they have seniority. I can't, man. And that's part of my own problem. And I know that about myself, right? I'm very, very cocky, and I know because I'm better than a lot of them niggas down there. I know it. That is without a doubt. But there is a such thing as seniority. There is a such thing as paying your dues. I get it, but not everybody got to pay your dues. Everybody isn't treated equally when it comes to talent, baby. That's just what it is. As anybody on the Cowboys, them niggas was not, and I'm talking about the championship. Them niggas was not doing the shit that everybody else was doing simply because they were superstars. But you got to find the superstars. You got to give them opportunities to be able to thrive and shine. And some places do and other places don't. Other places stick with what they can control. And I'm trying my best to figure it out and navigate in a space to where it's going to be lucrative for me and my family. And some of the stuff I've already done, I get eyes, but I get eyes for the wrong reasons. And I'm like, why y'all not watching when I'm doing amazing? Y'all only watching when I do some shit that's wild. They say all publicity ain't good publicity. Or do they say it is? I don't know what they say. I'm trying to make my own things. I just want to work. That's all I want to do. I want to make people laugh. I want to travel the country. I want to create amazing relationships with people. I want to give opportunities for people as well as get opportunities for myself. And that's all I want to do. And I'm out here every day, every night, hitting the mics 2 times man, it's just hard work. And I feel like we're doing all this hard work, and for what? I know my goal. I've manifested. I said this is what I want. I want to be able to travel the country year upon year upon year doing stand up and provide opportunities for my children to be able to go to whatever college they want, to be able to motherfucker travel the world and to be able to change lives simply through laughter. That's what I want. And once I can do that and be able to sustain my living with my children, I've won. And that's all I ever wanted is the opportunity to win. I told myself I was going to be in Austin and look at, damn it, I'm here. I said I was going to buy me a nice house and damn it, we're here. So what's next? Someone paying attention to seeing the fucking potential that I have and see what I can't see in myself and help me get to that next level. That's what I see. Man, this went by pretty fast. This is episode 5, man. And I ain't trying to cause no ruckus. All I'm trying to do is provide a platform for myself. So I'm gonna holler at y'all. If y'all got anything y'all wanna say, put it in the comments. Like, subscribe, motherfucker, tag a friend, share the shit. This shit is interesting. I don't care. I just be getting it in. I'll be putting out some dope shit. Clips are coming out soon, man. I gotta go because it's, what is it, 1 in the morning, 1:30. I'm tired as a son, bitch. I'll holler at y'all.